Welcome back to RuralVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. This one is 80 acres. It's 80 acres just outside of Barstow, California. It's in San Bernardino County. It's not too far from Los Angeles. It's kind of between Los Angeles and Las Vegas, south of Bakersfield. And just a big piece of property that you can basically do what you want to do on. It's in the countryside. It's off the side of town. It's still not very far from Barstow. I mean, it's like 5 or 10 miles from Barstow. I'll pull up some maps. We'll see for sure. But I mean, you could go into town for lunch and then come back out to the property. Go pick up groceries, supplies. They've got lumber and things to build, cement and blocks, whatever you like to build with. There's rocks on the property. You could just get some mortar and some water and start using the rocks to build with. That's some good looking rocks. So let's take a look at this property and see if this one's right for you. We'll jump into it. So I'm on ruralvacantland.com. It's my little website here. And a lot of these vacant properties, because we got the cheapest ones in the area, I mean, lots of times you get more traffic on these properties on the website than Zillow or anywhere else I can see numbers of views on the internet. It's because we keep serving up the cheapest ones in the area. This one, I'm asking $49,000 for 80 acres. You can drive right up to it. Show you where the location is. These are actual pictures of the property. There's a power line that goes down the side of the property, clips a piece of the property, and there's a road that comes through it that's, I don't think it's mainly just to service the power line, but it services the power line. And it's a named road, Ord Mountain Road. People like to use the road to go off-roading and go check out the area. Here's some of the rocks I'm telling you about. Some of the rocks sitting on the side of the road. I mean, you could build all kinds of stuff with those. Look like the perfect size. You pick them up and add some mortar, and you can build walls and build either artsy stuff or structural stuff with them. So here's a view out over the valley. This is Barstow Valley. Barstow would be down off to the left of this picture a little bit. Here's a shot of Barstow. So you see Barstow way off in the distance. You're not going to hear it, but you can see it. You can probably see some of the lights from it at night. On a clear day, you can see across the valley. You're going to see Calico, like the ghost town. It's an old silver and bismuth mine. I met the guys that own that a while back. I used to be involved in some mining finance projects. And so here's the road going up to the property. I mean, you can drive up here in like a normal car. I mean, it's a good road. So it's making a turn. You can see some rocks on the side of the road. You can pick those up to build with. So here's looking out over the valley. I think this would be off to the west, and that is all BLM land over there. So you could go horseback riding and camping, hiking, explore, and take your dog for a walk. A good long walk. I'd take my dog over there. I mean, that's what I'd be looking for animals, looking for life and stuff. I think it'd be fun. Get her exercised. So here's a split in the road. So when you get to this split and you're headed up there, you're going to take the right route. There's the left route and the right route. So you can take the right route, get over to the property here. This gives you an idea of what the greenery and the scenery of the property looks like. Here's this shot of where kind of off the side of the highway, turning off over there. Here's a land marker in the area. Here's a view out over the area. Some different shots from the property. Some greenery, some plants, some cactuses, some flowers, and some more rocks. There's lots of good sized rocks, like softball to basketball size rocks, like perfect building size rocks. It's hard to find in Southern California. A lot of Southern California is sandstone, so finding rocks like that is good business. So here's the turnoff. It's Ord Mountain Road. It's the name of the road. This is a dirt road that runs up through the center of the property, and Middleton is the turnoff. So this is right off the side of the freeway. I'll pull up some street view maps. I'll show you where this turnoff is. So here's a piece of that road as you get out closer to the freeway. Here's someone took a picture of this, and here's some of the plants in the area. In spring, the flowers go off out here. When the rain goes, the flowers go. Then it dries out towards the end of the summer. But in the winter, it lights up green like this. In the spring, it's nice flowers all over the place. You just hear the bees and the birds going. And there's so many flowers. It's like overwhelming to my nose in this kind of environment. But it's beautiful too. There's some cactuses, some more flowers, some different shots, different pictures. So you can see all these pictures by going to the link below this video, and it'll take you to this website, ruralvacantland.com. You can look at the pictures. You can study the pictures on your own. So I've got the map pulled up here of the property, and it's 80 acres. So it's like a 40 and a 40 on top of each other. So You know, 40s are usually squares, but this is half of a 80 is half of a quarter section, or a quarter of a, yeah, I'm messing it up. Never mind. It's 80 acres. So here's the road. The road comes up through here, and then it starts weaving and winding just beyond the property. That's because the mountain starts going up, and it starts going around the hills and working its way through. So if I pull this up in 3D, I'll show you that. But first, let's take a look at where we're at on the map. So here's the interstate. Here's Interstate 40 here. Here's Interstate 15 up here. And so the two of them, 15 comes into Barstow. This is Barstow up here in the corner of the screen. And then the 40 starts here and goes to like Georgia or something. And the 15 heads north and goes up to Las Vegas and Utah and beyond. So if you're coming out of Barstow, come off to the Daggett exit. Not that one. This one. This is the Daggett exit. And so the Daggett exit, we'll do the little street guy here. I mean, we could throw them on the freeway, see if we see a sign, see if I hit it right. Yeah, here we go. So here's the exit. So let's drive up here. A bunch of semis. See the semis going up and down the road. A lot of semis use this freeway to go dump supplies off all across the country. So, whoops, we just missed it. This is a turnoff. Where'd the sign go? There it is, Daggett. So exit number 7 off the freeway. That's where you want to go if you're going to take a look at the properties. Get off for Daggett. But don't go to Daggett. Daggett's on the other side of the street. I sold all the land I used to have over there. I don't have any more land in Daggett. But if you go this side of this way, where like nobody else is going, except maybe some military vehicles, this is your own place. It's like your own private road. So I'm clicking away as fast as I can. We're like doing some fake driving over here. Google guide driving. Okay, so you get to the stop sign. This is the road, right? And so everyone here goes left because that's where the people are. So you want to go right where there's no people out in the country. Look at this. Go right. There's a house over there. But there's basically nothing over here. So you're going to go right, and then you're going to go right again. And so this is, I don't know, not this 2-track. That's not it. But if you go around the corner down here a little bit, let's get out of here. I'll show you where we're at. Okay, so we drove down here. We drove here. We're going to look for this road over here. So this road here is where we're going. You're going to get off here, and here's Ord Mountain. So here's a street view of Ord Mountain. This is a turn off towards the property. I can't get the Google guy to drive up that road because he was a sissy and he won't drive up that road. But you guys can drive up that road. Take a look at that road. It's all bladed out, ready to go. Probably go pretty fast depending on what vehicle you have. Go fly down that road. So up around the corner, see this mountain over here? It's just around that back side of that hill is where the property is. So if we go back, if we get out of this map and we go back and let's see. So this is the road. We're headed south now. And it gets a little smaller as it heads out there, and eventually it gets to that split. Remember that picture with the split where the road goes right and left? We want to go right. So the road comes up and we want to go right. We want to go right here and keep following it out. Eventually we'll get to the property. See how that goes right to the property? So right when the road starts doing the little bendy action, that's when it gets onto the property. And then it does a bend up here. That's someone else's property. And then it bends back through this property. And then it does the crazy bends. If you get into the crazy bends, you went too far. But you see this hill here? This hill was that hill we were just looking at from the street view, saying it's up around that corner. This is the hill we were looking at. So here's the property. Now I'm going to take it into 3D. I'm going to go into 3D on this by clicking down the left-hand corner. There's a Google icon. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to bring it into Google Maps. And then I'll hold down the control button. I can throw the thing into 3D. And so if you remember, we were coming around. There's a little jaggy here. The little jag in the road, that's where the property line starts. And so we got this. It goes up the hill here, and it goes on top of the hill. Remember over here, it goes off the property just a little bit, and then it comes back on. And then it goes through the property, and then by the time it does this big turn around here, we're on someone else's property. So it's this whole top of the hill here. There's a bunch of good areas to look out. Remember the picture is looking out at the mountain that I was saying was the BLM land off to the west. Here's the BLM land that's off to the west. So here's a view of it from the property with satellite pictures in a different time of the year. This looks like a little bit browner time of the year. So that's all BLM land over there, and there's some crazy amount of land, like 300 something thousand acres of BLM land that you can go explore. So you got 80 acres here that you can build on, you can have fun with, and you can, build a cabin, build a retreat, build a monastery, whatever it is you want to build, or don't build anything at all. Just play with it. Bring your dirt bikes and go play with it, have fun with it. Um, Camp there on the weekends, throw a big party, music festival. I don't know. There might be regulations against throwing a music festival, but by the time you put on the music festival, probably have fun before anyone shows up and says otherwise. Um, there's the property right there. There's mountains to the there's mountains all up behind it. Barstow is out around the corner here somewhere. Barstow, where'd Barstow go? Barstow's over here. So there's a shot, there's an idea. You guys can play with these maps. You can zoom in, zoom out, or better yet, go drive out there and take a look at the property. If I can figure out how to get out of this map. Here we go. Okay, so there's GPS coordinates just below that interactive map on the website. You can get to this website by going to the link in the description below. It'll take you back to the website. There's GPS coordinates here. You click on those and it'll give you these other kinds of maps. It'll pull it up in Google and you can start doing directions to things. I'll do that in a sec. But first I see this button here I wanted to tell you about. This is the Buy It Now button. And you click on that and you can buy the property. It's asking for $500 down. I'm asking for $49,000 for this property, but so if you use the checkout, it's $500 down, or I guess you could pay the whole $49,000 if you got like the American Express super duper credit card. But $500 down for most people, and then we can take it to a title shop and do the paperwork and transfer it over in your name. I've got title insurance on this one and like to roll that over to you. It makes it easier to build on the property later on if you want to use bank financing. We don't have to use a title shop if you don't want to, but I've got it set up on this one. And $49,000 is a good chunk of money. I think you probably should use a title shop. So put the $500 down, get the thing off the market so nobody else buys it while we start doing the paperwork and making it happen. So back to the property. So I was telling you about the longitude, latitude. You click on that and it brings up the directions. And so you can put where you want to go in there, like your house or your favorite store or something. I put Barstow in there because that's the closest town. Barstow there's a Starbucks. It looks like you're driving by a Starbucks. My wife would like that. There's a bunch of restaurants there because it's like a trucking center. Trucks go through there big time. There's a lot of motel, hotel places. It says there's Home Depot over here. Google knows I like to look up Home Depot. So there's probably a Lowe's too if I looked for it. But I just usually Home Depot guy. And yeah, there's a Walmart. There's all kinds of supplies here in Barstow. Barstow is a pretty neat little town. So I mean, I don't know if I'd want to live in Barstow, but it's a good place to go get supplies. You got cheap land right outside town. Why would you live in this little town and go live in the country? So this one is 23. It says 23 minutes. I don't know why it takes so long. It's 12 miles. So it's 12 miles to downtown Barstow from the property. So part of that's freeway. You can go off this dirt road. They're probably giving it a bunch of time because it's a dirt road and they probably think you go super, super duper slow. But I grew up on a dirt road. I mean, it's smoother if you go faster, right? I don't know if it's good for your shocks, but it's a lot more fun to go faster on the dirt roads than slower. And so there you go. There's Interstate 40. There's the property. 12 miles to town. I pulled up Las Vegas. So Las Vegas, from this property to Las Vegas, 2.5 hours, 155 miles. So you can that's not too bad of a run. You could run up to Vegas for the weekend and back. I mean, heck, you could probably do that for the day. Go get your Vegas fix for the day and come back. Maybe not if you're drinking. Probably stay in Vegas. Go get the $29 Circus Motel. Or one of those places. It's probably better than drinking and driving back. So here you go. That's to Vegas. And then to Los Angeles goes south. Is the other direction. 2 hours, 15 minutes, 124 miles. You're basically right in between Vegas and Los Angeles. Los Angeles, the backside of Los Angeles is going to be closer than downtown Los Angeles, but I mean, you can pick which way you want to go. So if you're shopping for flights, Like my wife and I are looking for some flights to Shanghai right now. The I mean, Los Angeles would be better for that. But if you're looking at like flights around the U.S. or for something like that, you could compare prices, Las Vegas or L.A. and see which way you want to go. You could drive one way or the other. It's the same kind of drive. You get more options to choose from. The Shanghai flights would probably be out of LAX anyway. We're coming from down here. Same kind of route as back here. So here's the property, 80 acres. I don't know how to express how large 80 acres is. It's just your own piece of wilderness and your own place to play, have fun, get away from it all, and go for it. It's 49,000 bucks for 80 acres. 80 acres of land. It's a lot of land. So if you're up for it, go take a look at the property. Let me know if I can help. Let me know what I can do to make this one yours. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy watching these videos, you want to see more of them, hit the subscribe button, and I'll keep serving up more videos like this of all kinds of vacant land around the country. Thank you. Talk to you. See you in the next one. Bye.